good, beautiful people? It's your girl Tay, and I'm here yet again with another update video. So definitely make sure you guys smash that like button, comment down below, subscribe, plus push your post notification bell button so that when anytime I upload a video, you will be notified. So really quickly, you guys, I want to jump into North Carolina and Mississippi. I did take a look at the comments from my previous video that I put up today, and I saw that you put NC, so I'm going to assume that that was North Carolina. And then for Mississippi, so the information that I found for North Carolina was basically just a Google search. But it says payment dates were expected to be loaded onto EBT cards by Friday, November the 14th, which was the previous Friday. Okay, so the benefits should have already been there. If you haven't received your benefits thus far, I still kind of want to say give it until Friday of this week, maybe even possibly latest Monday. I have been saying that you want to just check those EBT cards. I know it's kind of frustrating and annoying at the same time, but that's all the information that I have for North Carolina. Now for Mississippi, it's pretty much the same thing. Mississippi says recipients with scheduled dates between November the 4th and the 13th were receiving their full benefits as soon as possible, while those with issuance dates between the 14th and the 21st are expected to receive their full benefits on the regular date. So if you were supposed to have received your benefits for basically for the first half of November, you should have received your benefits already. If you were supposed to receive your benefits in the later half of November, which we're in now, the 14th to the 21st, which the 21st is Friday, then you should be receiving your benefits on the on whatever your regular disbursement date is. And then it says for those who receive partial benefits in Mississippi, the rest of the payment is expected to be issued later this month or possibly with your December payment. Okay, and again, that's just a regular Google search. I am going to be linking those searches down below, but this is not from like an actual .com or anything like that. I wasn't able to find anything beyond that. I did find an article as well for Mississippi, but I think that pretty much said the same thing. This one was reported by the Columbian Progress, I think is what it's called, but it says the same thing pretty much. Mississippians who receive their supplemental Mississippians, who receive their Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP benefits, between the 14th and the 21st of each month can expect to receive their full benefits as usual, the agency said in a press release. Okay, in terms of December benefits, I did go over that earlier today. December benefits for all states should go out as normally scheduled. So whatever your disbursement date is prior to the government shutdown, you can expect that your benefits should go out on that date in December. There should be no interruptions. Okay. Moving on from that, let's talk a little bit about what's going on with these $2,000 rebate checks. Okay, so it says the Republican president doubled down on his proposal this Monday, which was yesterday, even setting a timeline. Now, originally, I did tell you guys that when I first started hearing about these tariff rebate checks that they were supposedly going to be given out, it wasn't going to happen until around the end of 2026, in December to be exact, of 2026. But according to this article, they're saying that it could be sooner rather than later. It says President Donald Trump has given a timeline for his proposed $2,000 rebate checks from tariff revenue. His comments come after Treasury Secretary, I'm gonna try to slow down. I do remember one of you saying for me to slow down. I talk fast normally. My brain is moving 1,000,000 miles per minute. So if I start to speed up again, charge it to my head, not my heart. That is just the normal way that I communicate, especially when I'm processing a lot of information myself. Also, I'm trying to get everything in these 10 to 12 minute videos because I know a lot of people don't watch videos all the way through to the end. They only watch about 4 or 5 minutes of it, or they kind of scroll through to the end. So all of that in consideration. But let me get back into it. It says his comments come after the Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent confirmed that they could go out, but the proposal would need congressional approval first. On Monday afternoon, the president doubled down on his plan and gave more details about the checks. While answering questions in the Oval Office, Trump said Americans can expect the checks around mid-2026. In quotes, somebody is saying, We have thousands of dollars for individuals of moderate income, middle income. We're going to pay down debt, he said to reporters. We have lots of money from tariffs. If we didn't have tariffs, this country would be in serious trouble. Just a day prior, Bassett said the checks would be for working families and would have an income limit. The president's latest call to send checks to the American people come, of course, as the Supreme Court mulls whether Trump's sweeping tariffs are even legal, right? So we're not going to get into all of that. The important thing to note is that they're considering sending out these $2,000 checks. There's going to be some qualifications and criteria. There's going to be an income cap on that, of course. And as far as we know, there's a possibility that that could be going out sometime within June, July of 2026. I still feel the same way about these tariff checks. I'll believe it when I see it. On top of the fact that I think that this is deliberate. This is what they always do. They like to say, oh, this is for stimulating the economy, you know, like they've done with the stimuluses. This is for getting the money out there because inflation, because prices are rising, and we're seeing that people don't have enough money to keep up with the cost, the ever-growing, increasing cost of living. So let's give them some money, being that we have this tariff revenue. We have enough to pay down our debt, and we have enough to give back to the people. But again, to me, this is a trick that they've used time and time again. This is their way of trying to distract us from what's really going on. We know that those elections are going to be coming around next year. The midterms are going to be happening in 2026. And this is a way of Trump saying, look, I gave you some money. Vote for me. Do what I need you to do. Let's keep my people around. That's pretty much what this is. And you can't tell me anything different other than that. I will forever believe that that is this man's intentions, no matter what it is. I just don't see anything good coming from him. And I've said this to you guys plenty of times. You know that I don't hold back, and you know that I don't necessarily stand with one political party over the other. I am for who is going to benefit everybody as a whole, not one who's going to benefit the rich and leave out the poor, not one who's going to say that they're for the poor, but in reality it's just a whole bunch of nonsense to me. But moving on from that, I don't know if I have enough time because I really don't want this video to go over. I'm going to see if there's any additional information regarding that. But as always, you guys know I'm going to be linking the article down below so that you guys can go back and refer to it. But that's all the information. I don't know why everybody is kind of getting up and about in a tizzy about these tariff checks. It's something that he says repeatedly, that he wants to give money back to the people, but then at the same time, there are a lot of additional things that they need to go through, not to mention the fact that it has to actually be voted on and signed and all of that. Now, as far as I understand, the Republicans are on board in both the House and in the Senate. I don't think that anybody is against giving out these tariff checks currently at this moment, but again, I think it's for the reasons that I just stated. Everybody is looking at their seats and their positions, and they're wanting to stay in them for as long as they possibly can. So anything that they can do to make themselves look better in front of the American people, of course, they're going to be high-fiving it, hands across the board. But on that note, you guys, I think I'm going to leave it there and say I hope this information was in some way helpful or useful to you guys in the least little bit. Do me a favor and smash that like button if you haven't already. It really does help to let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing and you want me to stick around. Go ahead and let me know down in the comment section again if there are some of you guys who have not received your full November SNAP benefits for well, like I said, your November SNAP benefits. Let me know if you haven't received them for the month of November. I'm going to try to get you guys as much information as I possibly can. But like I told you guys in my previous video, try to give them at least until the end of this week, beginning of next week. So Monday. I know the goal originally was just to get it out to you guys before Thanksgiving. But go ahead and drop some white hearts down below in the comment section. Let me know you made it all the way to the end of the video. Or just say, I made it to the end of the video. Talk to me because you know I love to talk back. And as always, I'm going to say, remember to live, love, elevate. And I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.